James Knittel, James Knittel. I'm the police chief here in Plymouth Township, Michigan.
How long have you been the police chief here?
I've been the police chief here for 2.5 years.
Chief, tell us what took place overnight here in Plymouth Township.
Thank you. Shortly after 1 o'clock in the morning, our 911 center received a call from a female in her 70s stating that she could not breathe and that there was smoke inside her residence. The residence was right in the area of Ann Arbor Road and Haggerty. Our police officers, as well as our firefighters, immediately responded to the scene. When they got to the scene, they discovered that the residence was secured, and the officers and the two folks that were inside the house could not get to the front door. Our officers went to the front door, forced entry into the front door. The door would only prop open a certain amount, so the officers, there was quite a bit of clutter inside the residence. They were calling for the residents to come out. There was some communication back and forth. Our sergeant and 3 officers working in tandem as a team were able to talk to the people. They got closer to the house. Our officers were able to move closer into the house. There was smoke coming out of the residence. The fire was down in the basement. We later determined the officers were able to pick up both of the male and the female and able to safely get them out of the residence. Both were treated. They were transported to a local hospital and are doing okay. Our officers were treated at the scene for minor smoke inhalation, but I spoke with all of them, 4 of them this afternoon, and they're all doing fantastic. And as a police chief here, I could not be any prouder of their actions, and I know I'm a resident here in Plymouth Township. Our residents should be very proud of the way these officers handled this situation. They went out there, they put others in front of themselves, and put their own lives at risk to make sure that these 2 residents were able to come out safely. So I'm very proud of them.
So let's reiterate just for a minute. What are I know you just gave the latest update. Is that the very latest update on all 4 of the officers?
Yes.
The male and the female occupant of the home?
Correct. That's correct, yeah. So both were transported with minor injuries. They're both doing fine. And I spoke with all 4 of the officers, and the officers are also doing very well. They're very proud of themselves as well. So, and I couldn't be any more proud of them.
Did we determine the cause of the fire?
Fire chief is working on that. It sounds like the origin of the fire was in the area of the furnace, so they're working on that piece. Yeah, the firefighters were able to put out the fire. We evacuated 7 other residents. The officers, again, working as a team, did a phenomenal job.
Was that a house of family or just?
Yeah, so this was senior. The complex itself is a senior complex. So there was quite a bit of clutter as you went into the house that caused our officers some issue with going through the front door. We also attempted entry through 2 side windows. And when you look at the video, it's just impressive. One of the officers says, "Okay, let's go, boys," and they went to work and they got the job done. So,
as a police chief, and you was there, obviously.
Yes, sir.
What was going through your mind when you was witnessing all that?
Well, I got a call from my dispatch center about the incident. I immediately responded. My first and foremost, my concern is my officers. I wanted to make sure they were okay. And then, of course, I want to make sure our citizens are okay, too. So once I was able to determine that everybody was doing fine, as a police chief, I felt much better. Having watched the body camera videos, I mean, it brought a tear to my eye. I've been doing this job for a long time. I've been in law enforcement 37 years, and watching this video is some of the most impressive police actions that I've seen in my career. These officers just did a phenomenal job.
Let's piggyback off the 4 police officers' actions. Have they had any training that led up to them, taking such brave actions to do this and everything? And if so, can you share a little bit of details about the training and what they were doing?
Absolutely. So we've worked very close with our fire department, and fire department has a role, police department has a role, but we work together as first responders. And we have worked with our firefighters. If you watch the body camera, you see that our officers had the fire extinguishers. They brought a Halligan to gain entry. Our fire department was handling another incident at the same time, so our officers were forced to do, a job that they normally don't do, but they knew that they had to get in to that house and get those folks out very quickly, and that's exactly what they did.
So what you just said there, the police department and the fire department work together hand in hand.
Absolutely.
With their training. How vital is that? Like how important is that? Like said it. At the end of the day, both departments are first responders.
Correct.
And everything like that.
Yeah.
Just, how big and vital is that to see two departments work together hand in hand, and this was the end result where you see both departments come together to help, save people from what was a burning complex.
Yeah. I will tell you that the relationship between the police and fire is very close. Our officers train with our firefighters. We train an active shooter with our firefighters. We train with first aid, AED, CPR with our firefighters. We work very close with them. So we know each other's first names. So when we go out there, it's not a surprise at what we're doing. And we work together so well. We complement each other very well on our strengths. In this particular circumstance, we just happened to be the first ones there, so we acted very quickly. But our partners at the fire department, had they been the first there, they would have acted the same way. And again, we would support them.
What is the message you want to tell the people of Plymouth Township, especially when they see this footage tonight on our newscast and everything like that? What is the one thing you want to relate to the citizens of Plymouth Township? Citizens
of Plymouth Township, first and foremost, if you have an emergency situation, call 911. That was the first step that was done properly. Get the first responders there as soon as possible. The second step is think in advance. Make preparations in your residence that if you have a situation, if you have in the fire in your house, how would you react? Work, with the local police, work with the local fire, be proactive. And again, the other message I'd have for the residents is they should be so proud of these police officers, their actions, their selfless actions. I couldn't be any more proud.
Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. All right, and just double back, 4 officers were treated for smoke inhalation?
Yes. Following the incident, and if you watch the body camera, they're coughing quite a bit. There was smoke coming out of the residence. The fire department checked them out at the scene. I spoke with all 4 of them this afternoon. They're all doing very well. So it was very minor. As a precaution, we just have them checked out. And
did they still have to go to the local hospital?
They did not have to. No, they did not have to. So they're doing just fine. And like I said, when I called them on the phone, I got a chance to tell them again. I was out there last night, but again, I got a chance to tell them after watching the body camera footage what a great job they did.
And the male and female in the house, they were also treated for smoke inhalation as well.
They had minor injuries. I don't know the extent, so I know that the female was having problems breathing because of the smoke in the house. The house is about half full of smoke. You can see the smoke billowing out of the house in the videos. But yeah, they were, we also work with the Red Cross. They responded to the scene. We had 7 additional residents that were attached to this one that we had evacuated. And again, the officers worked as a team, got those 7 evacuated, and we were able to get because it was a cold night last night. If you were out last night, I was out there, it was a cold night. And it was, we wanted to make sure that those folks, also seniors, had a place to go. So first, the Red Cross was able to assist us with that as well, with those additional residents.
Okay, and as you know, the male and female in the house, those were the only ones that were treated for minor injuries and stuff, as far as what you know?
That's correct, yeah. We, during the evacuation process, when we evacuated the other, that we did not find that there were any other injuries. So we were able to safely evacuate those other 7 units.
Sounds good. Chief, is there anything else you want to say or add that I forgot to ask you that you think is important?
I think it's important that in any unit that you work in, to work as a team. These officers, I'm a sports guy, and in seeing these officers on the videos and how they act as a team, everybody had a job to do. Our sergeant was leading the charge, giving very clear direction on what he wanted done at the scene, and every one of those officers went into that house to try to help these folks. And again, it wasn't just 1, it wasn't 2, it was all 4 of them. So working as a team made this successful, and this outcome could have been much worse.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
All right.